신경 쓰세지.
After those two, everybody mentioned thanks as like the third piece or the final piece of the so-called trilogy because apparently they are sort of similar in style or in the way they subvert expectations or even like the genre. That's what we heard. So that's what we're going to do today. As usual, I don't know this song at all. Hansi probably has heard it.
I heard like here and there.
Times, maybe.
Like I know what they meant.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I only know small parts.
Okay, so that's sort of new. So we're gonna go into this. Me completely blind, and she's sort of having some kind of memory of like part or two, but neither of us have seen the music video. So let's see how this one sounds compared to Don't Wanna Cry or Home. And before we start, we are going deep into the 17 world. So if you want to see more things earlier, get extra contents because we are going to be checking out Game Caters. Actually, by the time you see this, it might even be up. So if you want all that and more, check out our Patreon page. Otherwise, let's get this party started.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1, click. Okay. I feel like this one's also gonna be like future-based kind of thing.
I think so. Building up. Chord progression. Yeah. Wow. Hey. Sick pre-chorus. Oh, whoa. Wait, this is...
Yeah, I guess so.
Or... Is it chord? What?
Ooh, the chord.
Oh, okay. I remember this, yeah. The harmony. 사랑이란 말을 조금이라도 위치가 없다면 너를 처음 본 날 그때부터 지금까지 내 맘속에는 너만 있어 뻔하디 뻔하 Wow, beautiful. I love this part. Oh. Crazy harmony at the back.
Wow. Oh my god. Also, notice last time, they're amazing dancers. Just putting it out
for
there.
sure.
What? How are they still?
No, this is the end. Oh yeah, this is the end. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yo, this is better than I initially remember. Wow, it's crazy. If you think about it, like listening to Home, 울고 싶지 않아, and this one, I feel like they actually led the K-pop industry with the future bass. Crazy.
That's a really interesting structure.
Oh, structure is crazy.
Not structure itself, but just like the way they play around with
Yeah, exactly.
our expectations.
Because
It's
like
kind of wild.
I've never seen a structure like this where it could work both. I think I have two in my mind. So there are like two possibilities for the structure. Here's the actual structure. So you have the verse part. First, you could divide it into like A and B small parts. And where the rap comes in, I feel like that's a pre-chorus. And then after that, you have the chorus part, which is like the emotional part. And you have the future bass dropping part, which is chorus B. So as a producer perspective, I think they meant to do this, but as initial listen, somehow if you just follow the structure, it could work both ways, but I think the actual structure is the first one that I talked about.
Yeah, that was really surprising because, like you said, I'm sure that is how the song is built. For me, especially because I didn't know the song, when the rap section came in, and I was sure that that's the pre-chorus, and that is the pre-chorus, but when the chorus act, the melodical part of the chorus hit, I'm like, wait, is this the pre-chorus?
Exactly.
Right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I was super confused because of that, because I felt like I just heard the pre-chorus, but then here's another thing that sounds exactly like a pre-chorus should go in a conventional sense. And then we get the drop, which does function like a chorus. And so now at that point, I'm like, wait, so which one's the pre-chorus? But like we just discussed, I think the correct way to look at it is that the rap section is the pre-chorus, and that melodical pre-chorus sounding section is actually just the chorus. Again, depends on how you name it, but it's more fun to see it that way because it keeps like surprising you then.
Because that's much easier to categorize. The structure.
The point is, it feels like there are two pre-choruses back to back. So like that's like the most interesting thing.
And also at the later chorus 3, after the bridge, they actually returned that chorus A section a bit at the end of the chorus 3, and I found that that's really cool. And I even thought that arrangement would change also, but they actually continued. And that's really a cool thing.
Yeah, which you can sort of like regard as like an outro, but it's like you said, it's like using parts of the chorus A section, which is also funny because we just said that the chorus is the melodical part. But what happens is we get the chorus, we get the drop, and then we get the bridge. Instead of giving us sort of like this closure by returning to what we now think is the chorus, they return to the drop. So they kind of leave things ambiguous in that way too.
Yeah, especially that chorus A part is very iconic and very emotional, and you don't want to have that again. Doing that 3 times would be too repetitive.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
that's obviously why
the song pretty long also, and I think they did a great job.
Just like the double E functions as keeping things more ambiguous.
And also they threw 3 글자 in like each section. All like 3 글자s in each section. I found it iconic. It's just like throwing those words very catchy.
3 syllables if you look at it in Korean. But yeah, that's true. And also something that's really different about this one, especially compared to Don't Wanna Cry, is for this one, they have a guitar, like an acoustic guitar sound almost. So that's something different. Also, for the drop itself, because that is like the simplest part of the song, I like that they used a lot of like syncopated entries for the actual like rhythm and the bass. And just as we're talking, I'm looking at the description, which is written in Korean, and it seems like this one, it's intended for many different things, but one of them is to thank the fans, and that's why they're using thanks. which is pretty cool too. Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically
really
the
cool.
fan song also, I guess.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay,
Actually.
but because like if you think about it, like without thinking about the lyrics, it just feels like a very sad song as a music wise. But if you just keep think of it, it's very like, oh, thank you all the time. So
musically and lyrically too, if you don't know the meaning behind it, and it's even written in the description, but if you read the lyrics, it's really about thanking somebody who is no longer here, as in who is no longer by your side, and not necessarily like someone who no longer exists, but maybe like past relationship or you know, something like that. Yeah, it is about like a breakup song too, but obviously in the description they specify that it's also for the carrot. So
yeah, it could work both ways, you know, as love and as a fan. So it's
absolutely
very clever job of writing the lyrics.
All right, so initially that is all we got for 17's Thanks. Another great song. It's really wonderful to kind of start in from the older songs and work our way up. It wasn't really intended that way, but it just kind of worked out that way. Super enjoying it. Again, we might have missed things here and there for this one because it was so complex and it sort of like caught us off guard with the weird structure, which we kind of focused on, but we are sure that once we get another chance, maybe down the road to react to this again, we'll find more interesting things, especially like instrument-wise or source-wise that we'll be able to talk about. So we'll see what happens then. But for now, this was it. We loved it. And like we said at the start of the video, if you want to follow our journey with 17, check out our Patreon page. We'll have tons of stuff there for you to see. Otherwise, let us know what other songs we can react to from this point on, and let us know what your favorite is from the trilogy Thanks, Don't Wanna Cry, and Home, and why. We'll see you in the next one, everybody.
Thank you guys.
Hita
Char Tigner,
Konuk Puki
Katarina Caldeira,
Sisebrom
Rowan,
Aman
Veronika Rezniakova,
Emma Donov
Maria
D.S.
Hanelonia,
Lina Diazmi,
Billy Kirkpatrick,
Olena Soboleska,
Crystal,
Death's Choice,
Earless,
Hana,
Katarina,